Hey, what's up, YouTube? So today we need to service this guy. The last time I actually serviced it was the last time I did a video on it, which is on the channel, me servicing it. So it hasn't been serviced since then, and the performance on this guy is really poor. So we need to get things sorted. So what we'll be doing, the other thing we're gonna do, but I'll do that on the next video. I need to replace this wiper motor because my wipers are not working and my wipers were also finished, so I took them out. I've got replacements for it, but like I said, we will do that video separately where I put in the new wipers in there and then we replace this motor, and then hopefully everything works. But for this video here, we need to make things good in here. So we need to change that guy here, the air filter. We need to change the spark plugs. We need to change the oil filter and the oil inside the car. Oil filter for this vehicle, I believe it's underneath the car, if I'm not mistaken. I forgot now, but yeah, we'll find it and we'll change it. And then we also need to replace the fuel filter. I believe it's somewhere in here. I don't know if you guys can see it, but I think it's somewhere underneath the thing. I forgot which side, but it's underneath there. So that's what we're gonna do here, and then also clean things up a bit. I hope I still have my engine cleaner. We need to clean things up a bit in here because it is quite dirty. So yeah, that is the job for today on this vehicle. Let's get it on. So I've got a 17 spanner, guys, for a 17 bolt over there to remove this guy. Okay guys, and there's the air filter underneath the car. There's the air filter there. So I'm gonna try snuggle my way around there to get into it. We still open there by the oil. We'll do that closing and filling up the oil the last time when I get all of that oil out. Alright guys, so over here is where my fuel filter is, here underneath the vehicle. So let's get this guy out. Alright guys, so KG and I are now done with the full service. As you saw, we've got a new filter in there, air filter. We just put in some new oil. We tested the level, it's nice and proper. We've closed up everything there. We're not seeing any leaks, but we did make a mess on the floor there. We did change the oil filter that's under there, and we've also changed the petrol filter, which is under there. So we're basically done now. The next thing that we're going to do is to clean the engine bay. Now we need to clean up the engine bay, make it nice and clean a bit, and then yeah, we should be done with this car. And then the next thing I want to try to do is to change up the wiper motor. There we are. We are down. Engine bay is sort of, it's not necessarily very clean, but it's definitely cleaner than it was. Service is complete. Engine bay obviously cleaner than what it was, guys. Started the car, running smooth. Let's start it together. Running good. So we're good to go. We're good to go. We're good to go. Yeah. This car locks itself. I need to still figure that out. So we done. We done. On the next video, working on this vehicle, you will see us trying to change this guy over here, this motor here, because my wipers are not working. And then obviously, like I had said, we will then install those wipers because there's currently no wipers. I took them out when we were like looking for the right size on there, so it was useless just to put them back because I'm gonna take them out again. So but that's where we're at. I hope you're doing good. I hope you're doing great and going for those goals of yours. Don't forget, keep it going, keep it moving. KG, bye bye.